So today we are doing Sharpen Expression 2.3 and we are going to learn about family and expressing your hobby in German. And we are going to build on that tomorrow to learn more about expressing your hobbies more. I'm going to give you more phrases that you can use to talk about your hobbies or things that you like to do. So let's start with the family members in German. We have the Mutter as mother, the Vater as father, the Eltern as parents, the Schwester as sister, the Bruder as brother, the Geschwister as siblings, the Großmutter as Oma, and in English it's going to mean that grandmother, the Großvater as Opa. Großvater can also be Opa, right? So the Großmutter, you can also say that Oma. And the Großvater, you can also say that Opa. That's going to be grandfather. We have the Großeltern, that is grandparents. We have the Tante, that is aunt, the uncle, which is uncle, the Cousine, which is female cousin, the Cousin, which is male cousin, and the Tochter, which is daughter, the Sohn, which is son, that's Kind, which is child, the Kinder, which is children, the Ehefrau as the wife, and the Ehemann as the husband. So these are the basic family members that you are supposed to know, right? The basic vocab for family. So we are going to do some small writing. So please pick your books. We are going to do some small writing. So please pick your books. And we are not going to use any translator. I have the steps for you. So if you follow the step, by the time that I'm done, you'll be able to write the essay that we are going to write. And I'm trying to control your learning, right? I'm more focused on you understanding the goal for the day than trying to go advance of the class or trying to advance before the class. So please make sure that the phrases here, that's what you are going to use. Okay, don't go and use any advanced translator that will give you words that you don't understand. Okay, so please pick your books. I'm giving 1 minute for that, then we can start. So let's start with number one. You are going to write my name is. So write my name is, that you add your name to it. So my name is, that you add your name to it. So if your name is Felix, and it's going to be my name is Felix. If your name is Anna, then it's going to be my name is Anna. And please don't write it as number one, number two, number three, right? The number one, number two on the board is just seven years template. So don't write it as number one, number two. I want it in an essay form. Okay. So don't name it as number one, number two, but this one is just your guideline. And the phrases here, they are well explained for you, right? So even if I don't read it for you, you should be able to read through and use that to write your letter. So I'm giving 9 minutes for that. A total of 9 questions. I'm going to take 1 minute off. So it's going to be 8 minutes. Just read through. For example, number two is I come from, I have the structure here. Number three is I am so years old. I have the structure here, right? So just read through and you'll be able to do it. I'm giving you 8 minutes. Please start working. Okay. So please keep the essay that you wrote, right? We are going to use it after we are done with the class. So please keep it. I'm going to add more information to it. So by the time that I'm done with the class, you will get more knowledge to complete your essay. But let's check the number 9, right? And let's check this word here, Einbischen. So Einbischen means that a little or a bit in English. So you use it if you want to say that you do something or have something, but only a little and not much. So I'm sure talking about the languages and all that, sometimes you want to say that maybe ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, right? And that's going to imply that I speak a little bit of German or ich habe nur ein bisschen Zeit. So I have a little bit of time. Or möchtest du mehr Wasser? Which is nur ein bisschen bitte. Or this one is kannst du English? So can you speak English? Then it's going to be that, yeah, aber nur ein bisschen. So talking about the number 9 here, this languages here, you could also use the ein bisschen to say that maybe you speak a bit of German or a bit of English and so on. In case you have any questions so far, you can always chip in. So let's check some languages in German. What is this first language here? And please note that this chapter is practical. So I'm not expecting you all to stay back. Okay, so if I ask something, you should be ready to unmute yourself and contribute. Don't wait for somebody to talk, else nobody will talk. Okay. So what's this first word here? You tell me in German, then we come to English.
That is German, Dutch.
So Deutsch, German. Number 2, was by
That's English. English.
okay. Number 3,
Spanish.
Spanish.
okay. Number 4,
Französisch.
French.
Französisch.
Französisch. That's what?
French.
Okay. Number 5,
Italian.
Italian.
Italianisch. Okay. Italian. Nummer 6,
Russia.
Russisch.
Russisch. Okay.
British.
Nummer 7,
Chinese. Chinese.
Chinesisch. Chinesisch. So, Chinesisch. I'm sorry. Chinesisch. That is Chinese. Number 8,
Japanish.
Japanish.
Hmm?
Japanish.
yeah,
Japan.
Japanisch. And number 9,
No.
Portugiesisch.
Portuguesisch. Yes, which is Portuguese. And number 10,
Arabic.
Arabic.
yes, Arabic, which is going to be Arabic. Good. So these are some of the basic languages that you're supposed to know for A1 class. And last time we did the W words, right? That's the W question. So if I say W question, and yes or no question. What's the difference between these two in English? When do we use W question? And when do we use yes or no question? In English.
W question is for place, for street.
No.
Please, am I right?
No. So we use W question when you want to ask for more information, right, from somebody. Maybe where do you stay? I cannot just tell you that no or yes. I cannot give you short information. At least I'm going to talk. I stay at, right? So we use W question if we want to demand more information from somebody. And we use yes or no question for short information. Do you stay here? Are you busy? Yes. Are you sleeping? No. Are you eating? Yes. Okay. So I was telling you guys that, like, if we are speaking, let's take it like in a period of 1 minute, right? We are going to use a statement. We are going to form a statement with a modal verb, which we are going to learn more about that later. So if I say modal verb, can, want, would like to, should, right? This kind of words. And you also ask question. That's the W question. And you also ask yes or no question. Right? In case I should call you on phone, probability of me using one of these two, like, is very high. Right? Are you free tomorrow? Are you coming? Right? And so on. So these four things, if you want to write good German and speak good German, you must know these rules by hand. It's like you are doing mathematics, right? You want to go and do calculus and all that. Like, if your foundation, you cannot do basic addition, there is no way that you can progress well. And like I was telling some of the students that as far as you want to go to Germany, you cannot run away from the language, right? So if you want to go far, you must start keeping some of these rules in your head. Okay? So last time I gave you guys the W question rule. What's the rule for it? The W question rule. What's the rule for the W question rule? And since you are going to use these things, you must write it at a place that you can always make reference from. Okay? So we did the statement rule, I think the second day or something at 1.1 or something. And we also did the W question rule. So I'm going to tell you guys again, but please try and keep it down. By the time I'm done with the course, if you don't have these things, I can't do anything to help you. Right? It's like you're on the floor when I'm trying to wake you up or something, and you are still on the floor sleeping. I can't do anything for you. Like, if you don't try or push yourself up. So same thing with these rules here. In case you write your letters and all that, and you don't know this foundation, I can't do anything to support you. So please, let's keep this information down. So I tell you guys that the statement rule is subject plus verb plus what? Other things. So German verb will always be at number 2. This one, we'll check it later. So I'm going to clear it out. So anytime that you are forming a statement in German, make sure that verb is at what? Number 2. majority of the phrase that you are going to form, verb will always be at number 2. So an example is going to be each coming out Ghana. So I come from Ghana. Subject, verb, other things, right? W question, we start with the W question plus the verb plus the subject. So if I say subject, it can be a pronoun, it can be like it can be human being, right? Because we use pronoun to replace human being, right? So maybe woher comes do. Where do you come from? W word, verb at number 2, and the pronoun. Or woher comes Felix? So where is Felix coming? Where is Felix coming from, right? Or where does he come from, right? So that is woher comes Felix. So W question plus the verb or the subject. So now let's check yes or no question structure. So in German, that's the only time that verb will start in German. The only time that verb will start is when you are forming yes or no question. So in German, yes or no questions are formed by placing the verb at the beginning of the sentence. That's the only time that you are going to start with a verb. Okay? So if you check, I'll come back here again, but let me scroll down. Right? If you check English, let's take it like you want to say that you come from Ghana. Is this one a statement or question? You come from Ghana. Is it a statement or a question?
Yeah, I think it's breaking for me here too.
He said,
The network is not good.
Yeah, because you're breaking up quite a bit. Sometimes we don't hear some of your question.
okay. So I'm saying that you come from Ghana, right? Is it a statement or a question?
It can be a statement.
It can be a statement or then it can also be a question.
It's a statement.
Statement.
So how, like if you want to change this one to a question, what are you going to do?
Do you come from Ghana?
From Ghana.
So what did you do to change it from statement to question?
You could do. You
But you
could do
did
in
what?
the statement.
But this one, what? Like it was a statement, right? So what did you change for you to become a question?
Do what added?
The do. The do was first. Do you come from Ghana? And the question mark.
Yes. So you just added do to it, right? Okay, correct. But in German, right, we don't need this do. The only thing that we need to form a yes or no question is verb plus subject plus other things. So let's pick this phrase again, or let's pick this statement. Changing it to a question and applying this rule. What do you think is going to be? And please check the rule first. If you don't check the rule and you tell me anything, it's going to be wrong. So check the rule. You come from Ghana, and they're telling you that German is going to be verb plus subject plus other things. So what do you think is going to be?
Sorry, are we supposed to say
The come will come first?
Yes, say it in English.
Come
you from Ghana?
Come you from Ghana.
You
Yes. So come you from Ghana. Good. So this one is going to be the German structure. So let's take a verb like listen, to read. If I want to say that, do you read? Then it's going to be what? Verb subject. So listen, Sie, and I can add other things. So lesen Sie ein Buch. Do you read a book? Schwimmen is to swim. This one, number 2. If I want to say that, do you swim? Then it's going to be that what? Schwimmen Sie. That's going to imply that what? Do you swim? And I can add other information to it. Maybe jeden Tag. Do you swim every day? So verb, subject, other things. We have football, we have spelling. Playing football. These two information here, where is the noun? Where is the verb?
The noun is the football and the verb is playing.
So how will you say that? Do you play football?
Spielen Sie Fußball?
Spielen Sie football? Correct. So spielen Sie football? Correct. Number 4. Do you paint?
Malen Sie?
Malen Sie? Correct. Number 5. Do you listen to music?
Hören Sie Music? Oh, sorry.
Yes. So hören Sie music. So I assume that you guys have the structure here down in your book because I want space on my board, so I'm cleaning it. If you don't have it, verb, subject, other things. So just write it down. So hören Sie music. Correct. Number 6, kochen. Do you cook?
Kochen. See?
Easy.
Kochen Sie. Yes. So very simple, right? Number 7, do you travel?
Reason Z.
Reisen Sie. Correct. And if you check your final exams, right, the speaking part, all you are going to do is to ask a question. You have the first part that you introduce yourself. Second part is just ask a question. So if you know how to use your W question and your yes or no question, you are almost through. Let's check number 8. Number 8 is Garten Arbeit, right? But this one is it's a bit different. So we are like it's going to be Arbeiten Sie im Garten, like something like that. Do you work in the garden? Because we can separate the two. So do you work in the garden? Same with the Radfahren, that which we are going to learn more about these type of verbs later. So do you ride is going to be fahren Sie Rad, not Radfahren, right? It's going to be fahren Sie Rad. Then it's going to mean that do you cycle? Wandern is to hike. So how will you ask somebody that do you hike?
Wandern Sie?
Wandern Sie. Good. Yes. So that's the first part, right? With the yes or no question. So let's check the logic again. How we change statement to question, because we can change every statement to question. For example, like I said that you come from Ghana. So changing it to a question, we just add a do to it, right? That is going to be, do you come from Ghana? Now in German, let's take it like do comes out Ghana. If I want to change it to a question, I'll just have to switch the verb and the pronoun. So I'll bring the verb at number 1 and the pronoun at number 2. And it's going to fit the rule for the yes or no question, which is verb plus pronoun or subject plus other things. Sometimes they always want me to break things down. So the pronoun can also be subject, right? Can be a human being or so on. So we have the verb here, we have the pronoun here, we have the other things here. So every statement that you form in German, which is the subject, verb, other things, if you just switch the verb and the pronoun, then it's going to be a question. So an example is this one here. Du lernst Deutsch. That means that you are learning German. If I should bring the verb at number 1 and the pronoun at number 2, then it's going to be a question. Then it's going to be lernst du Deutsch. Are you learning German? Er spielt Fußball is he plays football. If I should bring the spielt here and the at number 2, then it's going to be a question. So it's going to be spielt Fußball. So does he play football? Sie liest ein Buch is going to mean that she's reading a book. If I should bring the verb at number 1 and the pronoun at number 2, then it's going to be a question. It's going to be, is she reading a book? Ihr kommt aus Deutschland. You all come from Germany. So if I should bring the verb at number 1 and the pronoun at number 2, then it's going to be a question. It's going to be, kommt ihr aus Deutschland? But if you want to form a question, you don't have to first form the statement and change it to a question, right? Like English. If you want to ask a question, you won't first ask the statement, they change it to a question. But I just want you to understand, right? Know that the logic behind it, that every statement that you are forming, if you just bring the verb at number 1 and the pronoun at number 2, then it's going to be a question. In case you have any question about that, please ask. So let's check these 2 phrases here. I play football. I like to play football. What is the difference between these 2 phrases? I play football. I like to play football.
Okay, fellas, the first one, I play football, means you play football. And I like to play football. You like to, as you have the willing to play football.
Okay, what I would say is that I play football is what you do, and I like to play. It's a hobby.
Yes.
I like to play football.
Yeah. So I play football like it's an activity, general activity that you are doing. But I like to play football indicates your passion, right? Your hobby. And I like, right? In German is going to be gern. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you the difference between I like football and I like to play football. They are two. I like to play football. In this context, this like is a verb, and in this context, this like is an adverb. And if I say adverb, we use it to indicate a sequence, right? So sometimes, often, so how often you do something, right? Such phrases, we call it an adverb. But in English, we can use like as a verb, and we can also use like as an adverb. But for today, we are going to learn like as an adverb in German. And this one is going to be gern. And since to form a good statement, you will need verb in the statement. You cannot use gern alone. This gern is just qualifying your verb, right? It's trying to show how often you like to do an action. So you cannot use this gern alone. I struggle and get students sometimes write bit gern. It's wrong. This gern, it cannot stand alone, right? It needs a verb here for you to understand that, okay, this is the activity that I like to do. So anytime that you are talking about your hobby in German, we have to add gern to it. So if I just say that I read, then it's not my hobby. Ich lese. But if I should add the gern to it, then it's going to imply that I like to read, and that is going to be my hobby. So if I say that schwimmt, then it's just an activity, right? But if I should add the gern to it, then it's going to imply that what he likes to swim, and it's going to be your hobby. So wir spielen gern Fußball is we like to play football, and that one indicates your hobby. Sie malt gern is she likes to paint, and that one too indicates your hobby. And Sie hören gern music is they like to listen to music. That one too is going to indicate your hobby. So anytime that you are talking about your hobby, even with your essay part, right? The number 8. Here is my hobby is listening, right? That means that my hobby is what? Reading. And in this context, this one is acting as a noun, right? But we can also use this here as a verb. And in that context, it's going to be ich lese gern. It's the same thing. So you have two options. You can say that my hobby is listening. That means that my hobby is reading, and we can say that I like to read. Okay, it's the same thing. So that's how you are going to express yourself with your hobby. In case you have any question, please ask before I progress to the last part for today. Okay, so let's do our last practice for today. And we are going to change, we are going to write these phrases here in German. So you have schwimmen and in mir. And you want to say that, do you swim in the sea? How will you say that in German? To get the answer, yeah, ich schwimme in mir. Do you play football? Do you paint a picture? Do you listen to music? How will you write these phrases in German? I have these tips here for you. So please, I'm giving you, it's just 4 questions. So I'm giving you 4 minutes for that. So please try your hands on it. Then we check the answers together.
Please, my line went out. What's the instruction?
We are converting these phrases here to German. So I have the tips here for you that you can use. So do you play football? We have spelling and football. Malen and build. Do you paint a picture and so on? So just convert these phrases to German, applying the question rule in German. Okay, so please tell me the answer for number one. You want to say, do you swim in the sea?
Schwimmen Sie im Meer?
Yeah. So number one is going to be schwimmen Sie im Meer. And you can also use other pronouns like the do and the wir, right? If you want to use do, just be sure that you are going to conjugate it well for you to learn, for it to end with xt. So number one is I use the sea, right? So schwimmen Sie im Meer. Do you swim in the sea? In the sea. Number two is spielen Sie Fußball. Do you play football? Number three is malen Sie ein Bild. Do you paint a picture? And number four is hören Sie gern music. Do you listen to music? So summary for today is that know the yes or no question structure. And as well as the W question and basic knowledge about your hobbies like listening, reading, and so on, and how to express them. And also to keep the essay that you wrote. The assignment for tomorrow, you are going to write about your family. So you can just use this one for that tomorrow. And we also learn about the family members, like the Mutter and so on, and some languages in German. So that should be all for today, which is day 2.3. Tomorrow is day 7, which is listening and hearing number 3. If you have any question, please ask before I end the class.